This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This your boy Black Vegas and Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 1. I know it's pretty late for me to be throwing up this review, but been so busy running around that I haven't really had time to sit down and cut this review. I actually watched this episode the Tuesday after it debuted, because I was just extremely busy trying to catch up with other stuff, take care of personal things, get the podcast going for sharpshooting. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through watching that. It was just a lot of stuff I had to catch up with. But now I'm back, and I will be on time, and we will get these reviews as quickly as possible. So let's get into the main heart of this matter. So, come back in Season 5 after Season 4, which we all have to say was pretty fucking nuts. Between the Joffrey thing, fucking the Viper, fucking, oh my god, I still, to this day, I still feel the same every time I think about it or I see that scene. It, just like how I read it, I just screamed out, "You fucking idiot, you had him. And every time I think about it, that's all that goes through my mind. Like, you fucking idiot, you had him. Trying to get that answer from him, and you just fucking blew it. You fucking blew it." But it's neither here nor there. The mountain he suffered for his victory, I guess, but the Viper ain't got no face. I think the Viper, the mountain went out the hardest because he died of the poison, slow poison, but he ain't got no face. He fucked him up. God damn it. Anyway, moving on now to Season 5, where the aftermath of Tyrion's quote-unquote betrayal, where he killed his father, you're starting to see the aftershocks. Nothing serious yet, though. They didn't really get deep into it, but you saw a flashback with Cersei as she looked back to her as a child going to visit this witch in the forest to get her future. And the witch told her that she would be a queen, but she wouldn't have the king's sons, and the king would have 20 children. So it's funny because remember when Cersei went through the whole rigmarole of killing all the kids that reminded that favored Robert Baratheon? I don't know if she killed 20. She definitely didn't kill one dude who got away with Arya, but who knows how many more of his kids are out there who could come and try to lay claim. I'm wondering how far. I'm assuming that she sent people out all over the place looking all places that they visit in their marriage and things like that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting because the lady told her she wouldn't have the king's kids. That was true. She had her brother's kids, and that there will be a younger, more beautiful queen that will come through and take her spot. Hey, how you doing, Marjorie? How you doing? So yeah, I'm sure that's why they had that reflection. It was in the books too, but that was probably her thinking, shit, all this shit is probably about to go down. But you know Cersei, she's gonna do everything in her power not to let it go down. So they're setting up her father's funeral and things like that. She has a confrontation with Jaime about the whole situation. She confronts him about him letting Tyrion go. She pretty much figures he helped Tyrion get away, and she pretty much let him know, our father's blood is on your hands, yada yada yada. And Jaime, he looks a little bit torn, but personally, it's a relief for Jamie too, because his father was just a dick, straight up, and I don't think that they would be as fucked up as they were if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? So yeah, messed up that your brother killed your father, but did everybody a favor. That's one less Lannister to worry about. It was very funny to see her cousin show back up as like a monk at the funeral and all of that. His father was kind of mortified, but I love the speech he gave her. That was pretty funny to see that right there. And of course you had the Knight of Flowers. I always forget his name. Sir Loras. He tried to give some words and he was just mumbling. You know, the same rigmarole that you would get through a funeral. But as stated, I think it was Jamie who said it, how that they're not here to pay homage to her father. They're here to see that he's actually dead, so they can start plotting and stuff like that. So Game of Thrones is about to get very, very interesting now that we are rid of Tywin Lannister, who kind of held everything together for them. Now it's all Cersei. That ain't good at all. So gotta see how that goes out. Got to see Brienne and Pod hanging out. Pod's still determined to be her squire and things like that. Brienne's still annoyed with him. Can't wait to see where they're gonna take them on their journey through things. Because Pod suggested, hey, you found Arya and she didn't want to go with you, but there's still her sister, whose name I just blanked on, the one that I hate too. Oh gosh, why did I blank on the name? But we saw her and Littlefinger doing his thing. Gonna be curious to see how that's gonna go with that. It's definitely going to be curious to see where the end game with that, because they've changed it slightly from what the books had. So I'm interested in that. But of course, we all really came here for two things, I'm sure. Well, three things. Jon Snow, Tyrion Lannister, and Daenerys Targaryen. Those are pretty much the three main focuses, I think, for most of us. As far as Jon's in a situation where he had to try to convince Mance Rayder to bow the knee so Stannis could use his forces to go attack Roose Bolton and take back the North. Of course, Mance, he didn't really want to do that, so Mance ended up sacrificing himself. Now, I'm curious to see where they're going to go with that, because now Stannis wants to go get Winterfell and all the lands of the North back. That's going to be pretty interesting to see if, you know, how many wildlings, if any, are going to join his cause. And, you know, it's funny how he went to Jon to get Jon to persuade him and all of that. Jon's being put in a weird position because he's got the king, or the guy who feels like he is the king, leaning on him to do favors, and that may come back to haunt him a little bit. Jon, you know, you can tell he doesn't want to be bothered that much with Stannis, but Stannis, you know, is flexing a little bit, and Jon's a little green, so we'll see where that's gonna go. Of course, mind you, people, I've read all the books, so I know where this is all going, but I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with the TV show, because they've stated before this season that they're gonna start not only changing some of the things, but spoiling some of the stuff from the next book and all that. So who knows what direction there's gonna go. I feel like I'm almost as blind as you guys because of that statement as far as what's going on. Then we have Tyrion, who was going through the motions. You know, he's still fucked up over killing his father, killing the woman that he loved, and all that. And he's just like, I'm just tired of this shit. I'm not trying to be involved. While the Spider is trying to get him to go see Daenerys, because he wants Tyrion to be still involved, because like he said, you need men like him, men who are as smart as him and as cunning as him, to help in the coming battle, because there's going to be some shit eventually, because once Daenerys gets her ass over to Westeros, oh, it's fucking on. It's fucking on. So it's good to see Tyrion. He's heading to see Daenerys. Daenerys, she's having a bit of trouble because now the Sons of Harpies are starting to come after some of her men, kill them, trying to get some retribution, causing trouble in the city. And of course, Daenerys is not having that. She's, trying to show her iron will and all that. She got her guards out patrolling, looking for them, trying to take them out, things like that. She's also still being that hard ass with all of the former leaders of the city of Meereen and all that. One of them came and asked her to reopen the fighting pits for fighters who want to freely risk their lives for prizes and things like that. And Daenerys is like, no, because that's barbaric, blah, blah, blah. Of course, later we got to see her with, geez, why am I forgetting people's names? But we got to see her with her boo, and he was telling her, hey, you might want to open the pits, because I did that as a kid. It's something that people might want. And she was just like, I can't do that. I'm a queen, not a butcher or anything like that. And he was basically just breaking it down to her. And he's like, either she's gonna have to do certain things that she feel like she don't want to do, or hey, you're not gonna be queen for long. You can't be queen and skirt the line like you're doing. You're gonna have to pick what type of queen you're gonna be. One that's gonna be around, or one that's gonna be gone. So curious to see where she's gonna go. Also, I was seeing how she was so afraid of her dragons now. Her dragons have gotten out of hand. It's a shame because she doesn't have anybody to help her train the dragons like the old Targaryens. So it's gonna be cool to see if or when she evolves to someone who can control the dragons the way that she needs to, because those dragons are vital for her return. If she can get those dragons in line and can, bend their will completely to hers, she's an unstoppable force, because there's nothing in the world that can stop her. Not any army that can stop those three dragons, as huge as they are, as fierce as they are. So they're a game changer for her. Definitely a game changer. By the way, I didn't mention, but it didn't take that long to see our first bit of naked ass. They don't wait, do they? They don't wait at all. I think about 10-15 minutes in, we got to see Loras and his him and this dude, sitting there doing their thing, and then their asses all in the camera. God damn it, Game of Thrones, y'all just love to show naked ass like all the time. That's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, I'm glad the show is back. I'm so glad the show is back. Can't wait to see where they're gonna go with it from now. But anyway, it's the first review. We'll be coming with the next review. I'm gonna try to get it every Monday if I can out. So just keep looking for it. Definitely gonna be here. Anyway, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, as always, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Vegas, and I'm out. Deuces.